Plants are found almost everywhere, from vast forests to your own backyard. But have you ever stopped to think just how plants work? And what processes cause them to stop working? It seems as though they just die, usually from a lack of water. Even when they're working well, water needs to be circulated throughout the plant to reach the tip of the leaf, where it is then returned to the atmosphere. This process, known as transpiration, is made possible by vascular tissue in the plant called xylem. Xylem acts as a network of tubes to transport the water from the roots to the leaf through cohesion and tension. The open end of the xylem is surrounded by a bunch of cells in the inner leaf. The attraction between the tube ending and the surrounding cells creates a tension, and combined with the attraction between the water molecules, or cohesion, allows the water to move upwards in a columnar shape against the force of gravity. This process of water transport requires a steady source of water from the roots and in the xylem. But what happens when the water source is depleted? As soil dries, plants will struggle to replace the water lost through transpiration. This causes the water column to strain and stretch like a rubber band. When the tension of the column becomes too great, the water column snaps, causing air to rush into the xylem tissue through the cell walls. This process, called air seeding into the xylem, results in a blockage, called an embolism. Embolism is extremely damaging to the leaves as water is now unable to move up into the leaf, causing it to eventually dehydrate. Embolism occurs in all plant species when they run out of water. However, research has shown that different species vary in their capacity to withstand embolism. Researchers at the University of California, Berkeley have captured the precise moments when air enters into the leaf for a range of California oak species using a new optical tool. This technique works by capturing multiple images of the xylem as the plant dries down. This allows us to establish when different plants fail. Here's one such series of images for the dry down of a blue oak tree, which will be compared to other California oaks. The point at which air starts to rush in is marked by the appearance of color, and this point varies from species to species. Image study and results of the research show that plants in dry environments have a higher capacity to withstand embolism, as an adaptation to survive dry periods, and plants growing in wetter environments are not as resistant. How can we use this information to better predict a plant's point of failure? Transpiration is a major contributor to the global water cycle by redistributing water and affecting runoff into rivers and dams. With the onset of climate change, analyzing plants' hydraulic mechanisms has now become more critical than ever. Scientists and researchers can use knowledge of the transport system and when it breaks down under water stress to predict how each species will respond to future drought or changing environment. Because plants play such an important role in the water cycle, industries that rely heavily on water supply from natural systems, such as agriculture and food processing, are directly affected by the changes in plant function. These changes can also impact the amount of drinking water, influencing the quality of people's lives. So next time you go outside, stop and smell the roses. That wonderful smell you enjoy is a result of water transport keeping them alive. Thanks for watching!